Hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to be sharing a card with a Latte Love stamp set. This is an online stamp set, and let's just get started. So it's just fun, and again, I've said this once before, I'm not even a coffee drinker, but I just love the stamp set. It's just fun. So let's get started with this. My paper pieces, I have crumb cake, and the crumb cake is my card base. So this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half. So I've already scored it, so let's go ahead and let me grab a bone folder here. Let's go ahead and just fold that in half and get that creased. All right, so we'll set that aside. My next pieces that I have, this is a new color. This is Summer Splash, and this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. So 4 by 5 1/4, okay? My next piece here, this is watercolor paper, and yes, we have this in our catalog, watercolor paper, and this watercolor paper is 3 3/4 by 5, okay? 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to use our watercolor pieces. Let's see, let me put a piece of scratch paper underneath this. Excuse my arm a minute here. Just grabbing a piece of scratch paper to put underneath here, and we'll set this down on here. All right, and the ink colors that I'm using, Summer Splash, Crumb Cake, and Calypso Coral. Let's see, anything else I need to tell you? Oh, I'll be using these adhesive back swirl dots. They have little tiny brown swirls in there that they coordinate a little bit with these coffee swirls. And anything else? Oh, and then an aqua painter. So the aqua painter, these come in 3 in a pack. There's a skinny tip, a medium tip, and a wide tip. This is, I believe, the medium tip, I think. But anyway, this is one of the water painters. When you open it up, do you remember when you learned righty-tighty, lefty-loosey? For whatever reason, this does not follow that. So the amount of people that told me theirs does not work, it doesn't open. You have to go the opposite direction of what you've learned your entire life to open it up. But if you unscrew it, you can fill it up with water inside here. Squeeze that. Oh, we're going to go the opposite direction. Squeeze that back together. And then on the sides here, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it says push. So you're going to lightly push on that, and water will come out of your tip. Okay, and then you can just refill that as often as you need that. And the only other thing I have here is just a napkin, just for the water painter. Okay, so let's get started with creating. Again, this is watercolor paper. So I'm going to stamp my words first, just so I know the placement of everything else I want to do. So I'm using Summer Splash, and the stamp that's here, it says, "Hello there, let's catch up." Okay, so I'm going to stamp that, and let's put that right in here. And because it's watercolor paper, it takes a little more to absorb the ink, so I tend to hold it on there just a little bit, like hold the stamp on there just a little bit longer to let all that ink absorb. Okay, we'll set that aside, and I'm done with this. All right, now I'm using Calypso Coral for my coffee cups or my hot chocolate cups, whatever you want to use them as. All right, I'm going to just press them and hold it just a little bit longer to let the ink absorb into the paper. Okay, so that one. We'll do one up just a little bit higher. And let's put one right in the center. And we can put one over here. And maybe one down a little bit lower. Okay, so I'm going to pull that off, and we're done with that Calypso Coral color. Then what we have also is, this is fun. There's just this little tiny oval shape that actually adds the coffee, or again, like I said, you can change the color of brown, and then it could be hot chocolate too. So you could use early espresso ink if you want like dark black coffee. This one is crumb cake, so maybe this is like if you put a little cream in your coffee or you have some milk in your hot chocolate. Press that down there. Press that down. And that one goes here. There we go. And then you know what? Coffee cups, hot chocolate cups, they tend to leave rings on the table somewhere if you had a little spill. So we even got that in there. Stampin' Up! Thinks of everything. Look at that. You even get little rings that get left on the tables. Okay, and there we go. All right, so you could just leave it like that, but if you're going to just leave it like that, we could just use Whisper White paper, right? We wouldn't need watercolor paper or the water pen. So I'm using the water pen now, and I'm going for hello there. I don't want to blur anything with the Let's Catch Up because it's really tiny and thin letters, but the hello there is a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to squeeze out some of this water here. And I'm going over top of the hello there. And it's going to blend and blur a little bit. Some of the colors tend to bleed a little more than others. I'm not really sure why, but you'll get a slightly different look depending on which colors you use. But I'm just lightly going over this. Just the hello there. Okay? And leave it there. We'll see at the end. And then I want to go to another color, so I'm just going to brush off. And I'm going to go right into another color. We're going to do the Calypso Coral. Make sure I have water there. And I'm going to go over the lines. Just brushing over any lines where you stamped. Okay. And you don't have to be exact with it. It's just going to bleed. And blend your lines. Okay. And I'm doing all one color at a time, and then I'll go back and like clean off my brush to go do another color. Just so that all your colors aren't blending together and becoming like mush or like a mud kind of color. And I'm going quickly over this, so I mean you could go a little slower if you wanted to be a little more detail with it, but I don't really think it is necessary for this. This would be great to make a card like this and then put a little pocket inside, and you can include, you know, a little Dunkin' Donuts gift card, or I don't know, whatever your favorite. If you have a little favorite coffee shop in your town, add a little gift card in there. Okay, that's all the Calypso Coral. So I'm going to just clean that off a little bit, and then we're going to go do the crumb cake. And let's get in here. And we'll do this one. Just going to blend it a little bit. And we'll go around our coffee rings. And like I said, some colors will blend a little bit more than others. You see that red, the one with the Calypso Coral, like that really bled a lot, and the crumb cake doesn't bleed quite as much, but you still get a great look with it. It softens it up, gives it a little more of a watercolor look. And if you need more water, just squeeze more water out. Okay. And there we go. I'm going to put that aside. And look at that. Isn't that fun? Okay, so that's just a different look. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and attach this onto my Summer Splash cardstock. And it will, depends on how much water you put on. You might want to let it dry a little bit, but it should dry pretty quickly. Lay that on top there. All right, so turn that over. Let's get this scratch paper out of here. And I'm going to take this, and I'm not going to put dimensionals on it because I'm going to add some embellishments, and that will already give it some height. Okay, so let's add this on to our crumb cake base. There we go. All right. And that's our card, but then we're going to add a little bit of some embellishments here. And again, these are the swirl dots. Let's take a couple of these. We'll grab a white one here, and let's see. I don't know. Let's put that up here. I tend to put 3, and to like 2 or 3, so around my card. Let's do this one. Maybe we can stick this one over here on that guy. And then let's maybe put, I don't know, let's put, there's 3 different colors on here. I didn't really do the pink one though. So let's do another one of these little white ones here with the swirls. And I can just stick that in here. And there we go. And that is the Latte Love watercolor card. Hope you enjoyed that, and let me know what you think. And I know some of you said if you don't have an account, then it's hard to leave a comment. That's a bummer. Maybe you can still hit that thumbs up and like. And if you can't do that either, just shoot me a message. Shoot me, you know where my website is. Go to my website right here, and you can send me a message there. Let me know if that was helpful, if you have any questions, or you can message me through Facebook or Instagram that way also. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found that helpful, and go create. Bye-bye.